The Activity Builder is an option within Smart Notebook that you can use to create little sort of category sorting type games and review applications and things for your students. It's simple enough to use, but let's take a look at how it works. When I'm in my notebook file here, I've gone to the left side of the page and I've clicked on the blue puzzle piece that we see sitting there. That's for the add-ons. It says right at the top, add-ons is here. So the one I'm interested in specifically here is the Activity Builder. So I'm going to click that, get the Activity Builder to pop up here for a sec. There we go. And it kind of gives me an idea of what's going on here. I'm going to be able to identify a particular shape and then decide which ones can get sort of dropped into it. They'll then disappear, and which ones will get spit out and rejected when I drop them there. Now, if we want a little more explanation in the moment, we have this little link here I can click on, and it's going to give me this sort of written version, if I get out of the way, of what we actually want to see over here. And so it tells me what I need to do to get this going. But for right now, I'm going to get that out of the way, and we'll just go through the steps here. So first, I need something on screen. Now I can start grabbing shapes or looking up pictures and things, but we do have a big gallery of options here. So I'm going to go with some gallery options. And I dug into the gallery here a moment ago into essentials, people, and then health. And there's a bunch of food stuff in here. So I'm going to look at food today. And if I want to create two little sort of buckets or bins for this, I could make a shape or I could look that up. If I go ahead and look up a bucket, I'm sure I'll find something in the images here. Give that a moment to spin around. And this search is going to search everything within the gallery there. So I can look at the 10 pictures that it found for me. We've got barrels and pails and buckets. This is simple. I'm just going to go with this guy. One. And let's also use, well, I'll use two bins. Clone it, put you over here. All right, I need some text. I'm just going to start typing. I'm going to go with healthy. And put him over here. You can put it right below or above, whatever I need. And then next to it is going to be what's unhealthy. Snacks. Put it over there. Okay. So I've got those two. Now I could group these if I wanted to select both of them together, right click and go with the grouping option we have here. That just makes things easier. I can move that around as one unit and they don't get messed up. But what I actually want to do here is lock this thing. I'm going to hit lock in place because I don't want it to move when people are working with the slide and moving things around and dragging objects and such. In fact, over here, I'm going to skip the grouping step since I know that's what I'm going for here, and I'm just going to lock them in place. If they're not moving, I really don't care if they're grouped or not. Now, come back to my lesson gallery here, my gallery of images, and I look at my food stuff. And let's see, I've got an apple. I'm going to click that and bring it out on screen here and make them just sort of a little smaller. I'm going to go with a banana as well, double click, get it out there. So you can drag or double click, it's whatever you prefer there to get things on screen. Either one is going to work. Let me find one more. We'll go with the carrots. All right, so I got my three healthy options here. Let's find out what we have that's less healthy. We got some candy, we got some chocolate. And the cake is almost too obvious. What else do I have? I'll go with cupcakes. They're colorful. There we go. All right, so with those all on screen, what I'm looking to do here is come back to my little activity guy, and basically I need to select something to get started. So I'm going to select this bucket, and I'm going to say Edit. At this point, the screen changes, and now I'm looking at, all right, what objects can I drag here that's going to be accepted by the healthy bucket versus all the other objects that we want rejected by the healthy bucket. So this is why I grouped them the way I did to start off with. I'm just going to drag a box around these three and drop them right here. Done. I can drag a box around these three and I can drop them in the reject pile. And that way I know when I start using this, I say done. There we go, that if I grab one of these and drop it on the healthy, where are you? There we go. Drop them on the healthy guy. Come on. There we go. Drop. It will get accepted. If I grab candy, it's going to get spit back out. Perfect. So now I can click on him and I can hit reset just to get things back the way they were. And I've still got this bin to deal with. So I clicked on healthy and I set it up. Now I'm going to click on my snacks bin and do the same thing, of course in reverse. Hit edit, wait a moment, grab all my snack food, drag that over to the accept these objects part. And down here, rather than selecting everything again and dragging it, I'm going to go with the all remaining button. They give us this option. So if you've got a lot of things on screen, just click that and it's going to grab whatever's left over and drop it in here. I'm going to say done. Perfect. And now to make it a little harder on my kids, of course, I'm just going to sort of slide these around, mix them up a little bit, kind of get them all over the place on screen so that they have to actually look at them a little bit. They're not just sitting underneath the one they're supposed to go in. And that's kind of it. Everything's done now. Both of these are set up. I can just get rid of this sort of side panel entirely. Use the auto hide checkbox at the bottom here to get rid of it. And I'll have these items here on screen for kids to go ahead and drag to snacks or over to healthy. Now I can do that with really any kind of categories I want, and I can use, in this case, just 2 options. I can use 3 or 4 or 5, whatever I want, and this option is going to be there in terms of being able to set it up and create whatever categories I want. So I can go ahead, I've made a couple of others here, and we've got one for different types of triangles. So I can drag the right angle triangle to the right box, and it's going to fade away, or the obtuse to the obtuse box, and it got spit out. Didn't work. Now I got to try acute. There we go. We got it right. Now I can, of course, do the same thing with the geography options, because these are all coming right out of that gallery. I didn't have to hunt anything down. You can drag the US states to the US and the Canadian provinces to Canada. And lastly, I made another one here with some of the items in the space folder, the space stations or the shuttle. So you have to pick, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the shuttle, or I'm looking at a station. And so you can use this activity builder option. You can create lots of good different activities and things for either demonstrating things in class or for review or for whatever that might be, and create lots of stuff for your kids to work on that way.